should eat and then come back in and do the water park?
Hold on.
People standing in line.
That was really nice. It went pretty fast. So you were a very good boy.
I think it's like right now. Big enough to figure out.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tampa Park Zoo's Expedition Africa. My name is Zach. I'm going to be your expedition guide for the day. But before we get going on our beautiful journey through Africa, I have 3 rules that I'm going to go over real quick. First things first, please make sure that all small children are seated towards the center of the tram or on your laps, away from the edges. However, folks, if you're a child at heart, you can sit on the edge. That's okay. Also, please remember to remain seated for me at all times, keeping those arms, legs, and hands inside the vehicle. And if you do happen to drop any of your personal belongings, please don't get off the tram to get that item back. Wait till we get right back here at the platform. Let me know what you dropped and where you dropped it. I'll be more than happy to send someone to get that item for you and make sure it arrives back safely in your possession. Alrighty, folks, other than that, go and sit back, relax, and enjoy our journey through Africa. I don't know the words to that song, I'm sorry. Anyways, let's talk about our zoo a little bit, shall we? Tampa's Lory Park Zoo is very proud to be accredited by the AZA, or the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. This accreditation means that we have reached the highest industry standard in zookeeping. In fact, folks, less than 10% of 2,400 animal exhibitors across the entire USA have actually been AZA accredited. So give yourselves a pat on the back, folks. You picked the right zoo to come to today. Talking about that top 10 percentile. But we will move on to our first exhibit, folks. We're looking for some cute monkeys in here. Looks like there's one monkey near the back right-hand corner on the ground. There's another one on top of that palm tree in the very center of the exhibit. Now, these guys are called the potos monkeys. The potos monkey is a very social creature. They spend their time in large groups in the wild. Oftentimes, between about 65 and 75 monkeys can be found in a single group. However, these groups are very unique in that they are actually all female-dominated, with only one male in the entire group of 70 females for the whole year. Wow. Lucky guy. These monkeys are pretty tiny, but they've also been known as the greyhounds of the savannah because they actually top out at a speed of nearly 35 miles an hour. That makes these little monkeys some of the fastest primates in Africa. You might have noticed that they do have a yellowish color on their fur. That's because they spend their time in desert regions in Africa. And their preferred snack is a root or tuber that they can dig out of the ground.
Oh, there's that one baby. Is that one up on the roof over there? They have a...
Once again, folks, those were the potos monkeys. In this next exhibit, we're looking at 3 different species of forest antelope. The first thing I have to do is sit tight for just a second, wait for that big old gate behind us to close. Don't need a Jurassic Park incident on our hands, right? In the meantime, look at this beautiful waterfall right here, huh? Am I right? All right, cool. Let me see here. It looks like a lot of the animals are off on the left-hand side, so just keep your eyes posted over there. First one we're looking at is right amongst these palm trees here. This is called the bontabuk antelope. It is one of the smallest species of forest antelope in Africa. In fact, it is so small, it's been known to squeeze itself in between tight spaces when escaping predators. We also have 2 yellowish-colored antelope back there, kind of small. They're called the Nile lechwe. The Nile lechwe got their name because they were discovered in Egypt in the Nile River Valley, and lechwe is a Bantu word. Bantu is just an African dialect, and it stands for antelope, so their name literally translates into Nile antelope. Now, we do have those 2 birds in here as well on the left. Those are called the Marabou Stork, also known as the Undertaker bird, because of how they look like from behind. As you can see, they have long, black cloak-like wings, white skinny legs, and a tuft of feathers on the top of their head, which looks like balding white hair. And finally, folks, we have our entire family of greater kudu right here, the 4 of them. 3 laying down, 1 standing up. The greater kudu is a woodland antelope found in the dense forests of southern and eastern Africa. Only the males have horns. As you can see, those horns grow into a beautiful spiral structure. Now, these are also some of the largest species of forest antelope in Africa. The males weigh between about 420 to 600 pounds. And females tend to top out between about 250 to 400 pounds.
Look at that big one.
Watching us, like, here to the bar.
That's what I think. Isn't she pretty?
I guess they're just not aggressive.
That was a deer.
Oh, look at that turtle.
All right, my friends, once again, sit tight, waiting for that second gate to close behind us. In the meantime, let me tell you about what we're going to be looking for in this exhibit. We're going to be looking for a gigantic tortoise, two very beautiful cranes, along with a rather large forest antelope that's been hiding all day. And then at the very end, around the turn there, we're going to be looking at some eagles. So that's our itinerary for this portion of the exhibit.
See?
Oh, yeah, he is back there.
Yeah, definitely trying to keep an eye out for that forest antelope. But it looks like he's a little hard to spot right now. He also has something which we call access. Access is when we leave the barn door open and the animal has the capacity to come and go as they please. So he might be over in the barn, unfortunately. That's right, the rest of our animals are right up here on the left-hand side, folks. You're going to be looking at our beautiful East African crowned crane. The crowned crane is a brightly plumed bird that has a gold-colored crown of feathers on the top of its head. That's how it got its name. Also been known as a living fossil or living dinosaur because their bones have been found in the fossil record dating back to over 50 million years ago. Right next to it is our Galapagos tortoise. It is the largest species of land tortoise in the world. Weighs between about 500 and 800 pounds when fully grown. The Galapagos tortoise has also been known to live up to and over 200 years of age. But that is a rough estimate. It's hard to calculate the exact age of a Galapagos tortoise. They do tend to outlive all the humans that try to keep track of it. And finally, folks, on the right-hand side, looking for our Marshal Eagles back here. It looks like they're near the very back right-hand corner of the exhibit. Medium-sized grayish eagles with a white stripe, or the white belly. Yeah, the Marshal Eagle is one of the largest and deadliest of the African avian predators. They weigh between 14 and 16 pounds when fully grown, and they have a wingspan a little over 8.5 feet long. Not only that, but the Marshal Eagle is ridiculously powerful. They have enough grip strength in a single one of their legs to actually break a fully grown human's arm. So they look very majestic from far away, but trust me, folks, you don't want to mess with one of them up close. They will mess your hand up. All right, no handshakes, no high fives, no thumb wars. Alrighty, folks, with that, this is the third and final gate. We're going to have to wait for it to close. After this, it'll be smooth sailing from here on out. In the meantime, we do have to stop once more to wait for that gate to close. In the meantime, please feel free to look off on your right-hand side. You can check out our official Tampa Lowry Park Zoo shrubbery. Oh my, got some trees of the oak and pine.